I'm Abby Kirk, and I'm excited to tell you guys about the Lovely Book. To summarize it, it starts out with Susie Salmon, and she's adjusting to her new home in heaven, watching down on her family and her murderer as he tries to cover up his tracks, and her family as they fall apart and try to cope. The title is All Right. I chose this book because I first watched the movie and it influenced me and I really liked it, but it was really confusing in some parts and I didn't understand it, so I thought if I read the book it would explain it better, and it did. And it was also, the movie and the book also made me laugh and cry. There was some humor in it and also some sad. The protagonist is Susie Salmon. Starts with her walking through the cornfield and she meets the antagonist, Mr. Harvey, and she recognizes him, but she doesn't really know him. She knows that he's a neighbor and he lives in their neighborhood. Subordinate characters are Jack, Abigail, Lindsay, and Buckley. Those are her family members. Jack is her dad. It bothers him the most. He tries to figure out who murdered his daughter, and Abigail, which is her mom, she can't really cope. She's trying to figure out ways to get through it, and she cheats on her husband and everything. Lindsay is her sister. She's having a horrible time. They are really close, and they have so many memories together. And Buckley, he's 4 years old, so he doesn't quite understand it. And another subordinate character is Lynn Feiderman. He's a detective, and he tries to figure out this crime. The setting takes place mainly in a small town near Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It doesn't really tell where, but it's just in a bungalow in a neighborhood. And also from heaven, because she's in heaven narrating. So the plot is she's walking through the cornfield and she sees her neighbor. He gets her to go into this hole in the earth and he rapes and murders her. The family's in shock, they can't believe it, and she's in heaven looking down on him and watching how they go through it. The family is struggling. They really just don't know how to handle it. But the murderer, George Harvey, gets away with it. One element that I did like was that she was telling him from heaven. I just thought it made the book better than if somebody was just telling her a lie. And one that I didn't like was the flashbacks. I thought it was hard to understand because you're at one point and then you're flashing back. I recommend this book to anyone over the age of 13 because there is rape and murder and stuff like that. I recommend it over the age of 13 because it does show wisdom and it teaches how to get through hard times.